What's up, guys? It's your boy Paul Beezy here, and it is Saturday morning, and we have a brand new promo. It is NFL Bosses. NFL Bosses are finally here. This is going to be an ongoing promo for 10 weeks, and this week's players are Sean Taylor and Mike Evans. Trade in players and collectibles to unlock NFL Boss emblems that can be applied towards a 120 overall Boss Edition player. More bosses released weekly, so our first two, let's check them out. We've got Mike Evans, minus 2% play action pass neutralizer, and plus 5 jump. You know this is going to be a beast card because he is one of the tallest receivers in the league. He's got 115 speed, 118 catch, 114 excel. Just amazing stats, 115 jump, but he's already going to get that plus 5, so he'll be at 120 jump when you put him on the lineup. Nasty card for sure. And we get a nice safety, a Sean Taylor. Minus 2% long pass, plus 5 hit power, and 116 speed, 102 strength, 113 excel, 112 awareness, 115 tackle, 102 man, 117 zone, and 116 play rec. So his hit power is boosted by 5, so he's going to have some pretty nice hidden stats as well. But yeah, these guys are pretty nasty so far, so let's check out the sets, guys. So here we have it, guys. As you see, you have a set I recommend everybody doing is this trade-in set. You're going to trade in 1 boss emblem to get a chance at 2 boss emblems. And here you have 80 to 89 overall player trade-in for 1 boss emblem. You get 30 of those. 5 90 to 94 overall players for a boss emblem. 3 95 to 99 overall players for a boss emblem. 2 100 to 104 overall players for a boss emblem. 105 to 109s, 1 of those for 1. And 110 to 114s, 1 of those for 2. 115 to 119, 1 of those for 4, 120 overall players, and you get 1 of those for 8 boss emblems. So you could basically trade a 120 overall player almost 1 for 1 of these bosses if you would like to. If you've got like a really stacked team or something, you could do that. So then we've got your collectible trade-in. This is what I recommend to everybody. This is the one, if you've got a lot of stuff on your bench, old campus heroes, pennants, old power line collectibles, old team of the week roster collectibles, ribbons, old stuff that's been sitting there for a long time. I've already done this a bunch of times today. Definitely trade that stuff in. You've got 10 gold game plan trade in, and you're going to get a boss emblem. That's not for me. I'm keeping my game plans. Playing in top competition is something that's needed. 5 elite game plans for 1. 2 gold defensive units, and I don't think many people really have the ability to trade in 2 gold defensive units. So, and an elite defensive unit, 1 of those for 3 boss emblems. 30 head-to-head ribbons for 1 boss emblem. So, you've got some trade-ins. I don't know if you guys were up early this morning, but early this morning there was a way to kind of get these guys fast. You went to your season review, traded in instant replays for a high voltage player, and then you cut that high voltage player for 50 to 100 power line collectibles, put those in the set, and you got boss emblems. So it was a quick way to get some boss emblems if you had extra instant replays. But now that is no longer working. Now it is, instead of cutting them for powerline collectibles, you are now cutting those guys for all Madden badges. So yeah, that is done now. But I did stock up, guys. I can finish both, and I can also I have some saved for next week. So let's check out the rest of the players. So here it looks like we do have a 120 overall middle linebacker, Ryan Shazier. That is -2 run neutralizer and +5 play rec. That is going to be a nasty card. play rec is a very undervalued stat simply because, you know, I don't think people understand really how it works. Play rec, you know, definitely helps your defense on play action, knowing what, you know, kind of play that the offense is going to run. It's just a really nice stat. Next we have 120 overall David Bakhtiari, offensive tackle, minus 2% short pass and plus 5 run block. That is going to be nasty for an offensive line. You do get the short pass neutralizer and plus 5 pass block, so that's going to be huge for sure. Next we have this Todd Gurley, 120 overall halfback, minus 2% run and plus 5 excel. Man, that is these boosts are really nice. Next we are going to have 120 overall safety Kam Chancellor, minus 2% short pass and plus 5 tackle to the lineup. So definitely dropping some nice cards. And here we've got Xavier Rhodes, minus 2% play action, plus 5 zone. One of my favorite cards, my favorite corner in the NFL, so I'll probably definitely be trying to get him. And then we have Odell Beckham, minus 2% long pass, plus 5 catch in traffic. We have Khalil Mack, minus 2% short pass, and plus 5 pursuit. Here we have Deion Sanders, minus 2% long pass, plus 5 elusiveness. We have Zach Martin, minus 2% short pass, plus 5 run block. And we have Rob Gronkowski, 120 overall tight end, minus 2% run and plus 5 strength. That tight end is going to be probably the best in the game. In the final two we have our center, Jason Kelce, minus 2% play action pass, plus 5 impact block. And Michael Strahan, minus 2% run and plus 5 block shedding. So yeah, these cards are pretty nice, guys. You know, they're definitely probably going to be the best in the game for their respective position. So definitely happy grinding on these guys. Let's hop over and jump into some LvL drives. What's up, guys? It's your boy Paul Beezy here with another daily LvL drives. Today we are taking on a 126 overall defense. As you guys are going to see, I made some pretty big mistakes here today. Also, some things that weren't my fault, but definitely got me triggered. So we will take the kickoff on drive number 1 here. And we get up to about the 8-yard line. We're going to start it off with weak IPA post. Try to get that free scramble here. And we got a lot of open field here, but we're just going to take it to the sideline, go out of bounds, get a nice gain. Next, we're going to go into flipped HB option. Here we have counter formation, guys. This is where I made a pretty big mistake. Instead of just throwing it out of bounds, I took the shot anyways. You got Paul Krause there. I already scouted this guy's team. I knew he had Paul Krause. He's too good of a card. He's gotten me so many interceptions in LvL. Should have just thrown the ball away, but sometimes on that play you can actually, if you don't get sacked, still get the ball out and throw a lob and, you know, get it off. But threw a pick. Was not happy there. We're going to hop into drive number 2 here, guys. And we'll take the kickoff here. And at least a little better return. We're up to about the 16. We're going to go back to weak IPA post. And we're going to take it to the sideline. We got a lot of open room here. And we're up. Little gator walk here. And we fumble. On a gator walk, we fumbled on what would have been a 1-play banger. After this, I'm not playing with RG3 anymore. I'm glad I saved my Baker Mayfield. He's going back on the squad. RG3 is just a liability. He's fumbled for me twice in LvL, once in head-to-head, and that one was not my fault. I mean, when you've got a quarterback, you're gator walking, trying to get into the end zone, and they fumble, I can't play like that. So, yeah, he's off my team now. I will put him in when my defense is playing for the +1 speed and agility boost, but when I'm playing my offensive drives, I will not have him in anymore. So here we are taking the kickoff. We did have to play a different dude on our third drive simply because one of our league mates accidentally saved an exit on the save guy as us. So we're going to start it off again with weak IPA post, see if we can not fumble this time. We get up for about a 5-yard gain. I was so nervous right there when I got tackled after that debacle last drive. Here we're going to go empty trips, shallow cross. And we're going to look for Lynch. And that DN closed in pretty fast. We didn't get the ball off. And here we're going to go flipped trips tight end flanker spot. We have zone coverage. So we're going to look for our wide receiver 1, Randy Moss. And we're going deep on the sideline. And he comes down with it. Next we're going to go into halfback dive weak. And we're just going to bounce this to the outside here, guys. And we get up to about the 7-yard line. And here we're going to go quick slants. So on this one, he's going to run that little out route there, Ingram, and he makes the catch. We're in for the touchdown. We're going to go toss here. It's countered. But we still managed to get it in. So 8 points on the day. Not happy with my drives. Not happy. I mean, the first drive, yeah, that's on me. It was countered. I should have thrown it away. Second drive, I mean, you can't do anything about that. So that was upsetting. No more RG3 on the team. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you guys haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I appreciate all the support, guys. You guys are awesome. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.